out. And then in October, we're planning our 14.1 update, which is a lot sooner than almost anyone else is going to be getting it. And that's really all I have confirmed right now. But we do have a lot of updates and a lot of exciting things coming up. Much experience events coming up.
Exactly. For those of you who have been playing recently, we just recently started testing our 13.3. It's a big content update. We have a new town. We have new items that are being tested out on our test server, Sacred. But for those of you who haven't played in a while, Ragnarok Online, IRO, has become a free-to-play game. And, you know, I remember back when it was like $12 a month. You know, that's a lot of money. But just recently, we implemented what's called the VIP program. So that means that if you created characters on Chaos, Loki, or Iris, we still have them on the servers, and you can play them for free. And we also have our Valkyrie server, which is free to play, and Yggdrasil as well. And we have a lot of fun stuff that we've implemented just this summer. We're in the middle of our anniversary quest, our 8th anniversary, at least since we've been free to play. Oh, well, I have to say that the anniversary quest, if you guys haven't played it yet, please give it a try. We have the reward at the end of it is an item that was designed by a member from our community. And the quest was one that I helped to write and had a lot of fun doing. But it really gave me an appreciation for the community of Ragnarok Online. People who know more about the game than I think I'd ever be able to do. And people who are able to produce amazing art, stories, and all kinds of fun ideas for us. And so it's been a lot of fun to help channel that and get it done.
So for some of you who have played IRO, how did you find out about IRO? For me personally, it was actually some fan art. It was, I think his name was Luck, and it was just a random picture we saw, and it's like, what is that of? And we kind of trolled around the internet, my friend and I, and we found Ragnarok back in 2002. And it, yeah, kind of just stuck with it.
Now, for those of you guys who remember from the early days of Ragnarok, it was pretty darn simple. There were like 4 classes?
There were 6, but
there
were
were 6
kind of
classes.
things. Didn't really do much.
And so in the years past, you know, Ragnarok has expanded quite a bit. But a lot of times it's that anime style of art that has really attracted a lot of people to the game. And yeah, so when did you guys first hear about Ragnarok Online or get interested in the game?
I didn't actually hear about it. I looked up in an article in the magazine. I think it was Newtype USA.
Newtype USA? Around what year?
I can't remember.
Now, Newtype USA, that was a great way to find out about the different anime and games that were coming out at the time. I think when I first heard about Ragnarok, it was because I was being hired to work there. But a lot of fun. Anybody else with a first Ragnarok story? How about this gentleman?
All right, this is crazy, but it was back in like 2004, probably when I was too young to even look at them. But it was a dirty manga.
Oh, the doujinshi.
Yes, it was called Ragnarok.
Wow.
Was it good? Because that stuff is that's not officially supported by IRO.
Good old-fashioned porns and whatnot. It was totally pleasant.
This discussion has gotten a little weird.
I am proud to say that I think of all the MMOs that have ever come out, Ragnarok has the most illicit fan art ever out there.
If you can't be proud of that, I mean, what can you be proud of? Seriously.
So I'm actually kind of curious for some of you that may have hopped off of Ragnarok over the years. Do we have a show of hands? People who have played in the past but don't play anymore. Reason why?
I wanted to try some different games.
All right. Did you like those different games?
Yeah.
I can't blame that. You play what you like. What about yourself?
I started college, so I ran out of time.
College, always a.
Are you graduated now?
Yeah, I graduated.
Okay, so you have time.
No excuse.
Who else do we have that's left Ragnarok? Okay. About how long ago did you hop out? Fond memories?
Yeah, never friends. I got invited from a friend from martial arts, and we were just playing with a friend. And when he quit it just got boring after that. But you had no one to play with. Yeah, man.
It's understandable. Very understandable.
And that community aspect is probably the biggest challenge it's the biggest challenge and advantage for any MMO out there. Any game that you play with friends is going to be 10 times as much fun. I mean, you could play online tic-tac-toe and we'll be using, 3 people talking crap to each other. I know that I started Ragnarok with friends, and I know when they weren't playing, it definitely was not as much fun. One of the things that we are launching probably mid-July is going to be a friend referral system. One of the things we're hoping to do is anyone who's playing can give a request code to a friend to come play with them. And that friend will get free VIP time, which will allow them to get into the game faster. And then also that person who referred them, if that friend ends up spending any money on the game, he'll end up getting 10% of that money in Warp Portal points. So it's actually an incentive plan that if you invite a whole bunch of friends, they all get to join you and play with you faster, and then you also get a little bit of kickback from what they do in the game. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see how it works out, but we're hoping that will kind of incentivize people to want to, get their friends into play. And I also have a bunch of cards here that will give that VIP. I would like to give everyone here one of them. So if you want to use it on your own account or give it to a friend to join up, you're welcome to do that.
And for the people who haven't played recently, what is the VIP system?
Well, the VIP system kind of replaced our subscription. Subscription used to be a barrier to entry, and then on those special servers, you would have higher EXP, higher drops. Well, with the VIP, we made all the servers the same, minus one change. You have to have VIP to make characters there, but after that point, you never need to have a subscription again. So what the VIP gives you, it gives you easier warps, gives you access to special places, it gives you a little bit cheaper to do various things, as well as more drops, more EXP, stuff like that. So people are responding pretty well to it, actually. And I think with the changes we're going to be making in July, I think it's going to be even better. So we're hoping to see a lot more people, because the numbers are definitely much, much higher. A lot more people to play with now.
That's very cool. And for some of you guys, I was wondering, what towns did you like hanging out in? Do you guys remember places like Frontera, Morok, Payon? Kind of all places that sort of hang out, unleash monsters on other people. But one of the things that we actually did with the anniversary event that's going on now, for those people who are playing maybe back before 2004,
it was about 2007 when Pan got dropped, and then Morok got removed in 2008.
And so one of the things we wanted to do is to bring back some of the old towns that people remember, and have that as sort of the end point of the quest. And, seeing people kind of like clustered around with their friends chatting, just like they used to do way back when, has been kind of one of the things that was a lot of fun to do with the event.
Actually, Oda, my favorite place to hang out is the Eden Group.
I have a name. No, the Eden Group is one of the things that we have recently implemented. It's sort of like a secret clubhouse, a place where you can sort of group up with your friends. There's all kinds of, probably also for people who played earlier in the game cycle, is that there's a lot of grinding. There weren't a lot of quests. There was a point where there were no quests at all, pretty much. And one of the things that was added in is the Eden Group, which is, in addition to being that clubhouse, it also has missions that are specific to each level that'll get you both experience and equipment pretty much for free. And you don't have to spend any zenny on that.
I'm sure a few people will probably want to ask about Ragnarok Online 2. Originally this panel was going to be all about Ragnarok Online 2. But development schedules being what they are, it's now about Ragnarok. Ragnarok Online 2 is still scheduled to release. There is a lot of beautiful work being done into it. I honestly am not expecting it for us this year. However, early next year, mid next year, I'm sure we'll be seeing a brand new Ragnarok coming down the lane.
Yeah, you know, I think you actually got to play a little bit of that. We had people in our community who had actually gotten into the Korean beta, and you know, they had screenshots and things like that, and it's a beautiful looking game. Not to toot our horns or anything like that.
All of our games are beautiful. Well, except Requiem, it's kind of scary.
Now, you know, one of the other games we have is Requiem, which is sort of a dark gothic horror. It's like a scary anime. Well, relatively scary. But it's one of the games that we have as our free-to-play, and that one is actually a lot of fun. They're all lots of fun.
Oh, yeah, but each their own. How many of you like console games, like playing the old side-scrolling, run-around punching things like Double Dragon kind of style? Well, you should join up and play Dragon Saga then, because we actually have an MMO that is for you and 3 of your friends to join up and form a party and maraud around the world.
So you're saying it's co-op?
It is a multiplayer co-op, no quarters required.
I think that's nice. You know, it's like Ninja Turtles for the new generation, you might say.
Very much so.
But Dragon Saga is pretty cool. We have people who you can play it with a Xbox controller, and another free-to-play game, by the way. It's a lot of fun. You can download it for free, no charge.
If you come up and get one of these cards, the URL and all that is on there. So if you want to just join us, all of our games are free to join and play. We definitely love seeing people come in and at least give it a try, because everyone needs to play. World's too hard to not play.
And we found between our games, we pretty much offer something for everyone. You have your traditional MMORPG with Ragnarok. It's one of the longest standing games in the entire world. Huge fan base. You have Requiem, your darker MMO. You have Dragon Saga, which is your side-scroller co-op. And we even have something for the younger generation, be it younger physically or younger at heart with Rose Online, that offers kind of a more cheery experience than most MMOs out there.
It's not grimdark?
It is colorful. It is very colorful.
I like that. It's like the My Little Pony of gravity games.
That's probably the best way I've heard it described.
Did you have any other questions that you're going to throw out to the community, or do you want to open it up for people to ask us questions?
No, I think it's their turn.
Sounds good. Does anyone have any questions about Ragnarok Online, about playing it, about what we're planning to do in the future, or just why we banned your account?
It could also be about the MMO industry in general. We do have a little bit of experience in that.
Or the game industry.
Are you going to have any new classes available?
Well, one of the things that we had mentioned is that the Super Novice class is going to get expanded. I think that we've been hearing rumors about JRO, the Japanese version of Ragnarok, is also going to be getting new stuff for the Ninja class soon.
I haven't really played it yet. I've looked into playing it. What's the main thing that sets it apart and makes it more fun than other MMORPGs that you find?
Oh, thank you.
Well, the early game is not really as restricted as some games. You can play very, very fast. Most games you have a few monsters and you fight them for 20, 30 seconds each to get your kill. Ragnarok is more about there's lots and lots and lots of stuff on the screen, and you kind of need to grind through them as quickly as possible. So to facilitate that, it's a more open combat system. Instead of locked encounters, you could have the entire map on you if you really wanted to. So you have that very fast gameplay, and then at the end we have our WoW system, which is our guild versus guild system that happens twice a week. And that honestly has been one of the biggest things that RO has that I've not seen a good version of in other games.
One of the reasons we see the WoW system being successful is because you can find casual players that will WoW once every 2 weeks or so, and they're sitting there working with and supporting people who log in for 6 hours a day, every day. And those people are, one person is no more critical to the rest of the group than the other. And so you have those diverse group of people all working together towards one cohesive goal, it really incentivizes people to log in, which, you know, like was mentioned earlier, the more people are logged in, the more fun you're having, the more fun everyone's having.
And one of the things I really like about
10 minutes.
10 minutes. One of the things I really like about Ragnarok Online is that the classes feel very distinct. I've played a lot of MMORPGs where pretty much everybody falls into a very generic, healer, tank, damage dealer, and the skills that you get is kind of like, oh well, this is my AOE, this is my direct damage. Ragnarok Online has some amazing skills. When we had our USRC, our United States Regional Championship recently, and when you see the kind of spells and skills that these guys are throwing down at a rapid pace, it's really like a ballet of violence. And, who doesn't like that?
If anyone's a fan of StarCraft videos, we recently had someone that does StarCraft videos, Diva, who did our voiceover for the USRC recently. So we have a recording of the USRC with him doing a play-by-play of it. It's actually really awesome and really entertaining, if anyone wants to check it out.
Okay, you had a question?
So it's free to play now. What made you guys change your mind on changing it from pay to play to free to play?
Oh, thank you.
Well, honestly, it was a business decision as well as a game decision. There are a lot of games out there nowadays. Hundreds and hundreds are released every year, whereas back in 2004, like 3 were released every year. So the marketplace evolved, our players evolved, and it made more sense for us to get more players to make it free to play.
I'm getting exercise. This is great.
First, I want to say thank you to all you guys because I've had a lot of memories and great times on Ragnarok Online with all my friends and everything. So I want to get that out of the way. And secondly, I've seen some screenshots of Row 2, and I've noticed it's not sprite-based anymore. Was there, I don't know if you guys really know, but is it because most games are like 3D and stuff now, or was there any incentive behind that for some reason?
Oh, thank you.
What was that part about Woe 2 not being sprite-based?
RO2,
okay.
that they moved to a polygon.
Okay, yeah, my ears are bad. So, RO2, honestly, it kind of needed to evolve. One of the limitations of sprite-based, it's glorious because it runs on very low, it looks good on low system spec computers, but it really limits how much customization you can do. Like to do like to have armor show up, for instance. In a sprite-based game, you end up multiplying the size of the client every time you do a different look. Whereas in 3D, you just kind of go, oh, we just put a different wallpaper on it and it's fine. So it's kind of a creativity expander, and it seems everyone's doing it, so.
Well, see, the thing that I like is RO has a kind of Final Fantasy Tactics. It's sort of like a 3D environment with a kind of a hand-drawn sprites, and that has a tremendous amount of character to it.
I was just wondering, do you guys know any more information on the next step up from Ninja and Gunslinger, classes-wise?
Very little, other than to confirm that yes, they do exist. I've seen a picture, and me trying to describe it probably wouldn't do it very much justice. I don't know what the skills are, but pretty much I'd expect every class in the game to be able to reach 150, to have a third class, so to speak, within probably a year or two.
Okay.
I kind of have like a story, and then it's going to evolve into a question in a second. My wife and I actually met on Rag doing the airship quest, killing the gremlins and getting all that stuff. And yes, the hat is deviling. I was kind of wondering, at what point did you guys decide to evolve towards making the level grinds a little bit easier on the player? Because back in like 2004, it did literally feel like kill, 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 kill. And you were honestly on like wiki sites trying to find what gave you the best experience ratio to, maximize your time spent on it.
our game, we like to have our game evolve with our player base. A lot of times, we're working with headquarters and we have to work with player bases across the world. But what we can do is try and customize it as much as is within our realm of influence to customize it to that market. We noticed that our user base wasn't really exceedingly happy with that after a certain amount of time, so we decided to change it up a bit. And we're using stuff like the Eden group, like the turn quest, like the anniversary quest, to kind of break that grind. Over the past few years, RO has had a tremendous number of events. If I'm not mistaken, we're working on at least 3 years with events going on at all times, if not longer. There's always something happening, and we're using that to break up that exact monotony because our user base wanted it. That's exactly what it comes down to. Also, you guys' story is fantastic, and we love stuff like that. It is absolutely amazing. It's not the first one we've heard, and it won't be the last. And I think that's awesome. And it's connections like this that keep what we do amazing. It's what keeps us in our seats every day, no matter what happens, is people connecting in so many different ways. You make your best friends on these games, you meet loved ones on these games, and it's something a lot of people don't understand, but when we're sitting in our seats and we see something special like that, it just makes it all worthwhile. So thank you guys for that. We really appreciate that.
That was very cool.
I think this is going to have to be the last question. Sure.
Hi, I've been playing for a while now, and is there going to be any updates on trying to remove all the spam bots on the main city? Because every time when I pass through it, I lag a lot. So, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's one of our pet peeves as well.
I promise we have banned them all. And then they come back.
We do have some systems we're putting in place. We're working with various, I can't say who, because if we do, someone can look it up and try to look for ways around it. But we are working with other companies to try to make it harder to do that. And then we're also working on our internal policies, working with some community members that may want to take up the yoke of direct reporting and or blocking. So we're trying to do
like
everything.
Deputies.
Yeah, everything short of not being free to play. Sadly, that is the one problem that comes with free to play.
And, well, I think, thank you guys very much for coming in here, asking us some very cool questions. And, hope you guys had a good time. Take one of those cards up there. And warpportal.com is where we have all of our games. It's kind of our game portal. You guys want to check that out. We have lots of fun stuff. And, very friendly people on the forums, I promise, mostly.
If we want to exit out that door over there, we can actually hand out the cards to you as you leave, if you'd like.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you all for coming. You have a very nice rest of the afternoon.